Well, hi everybody, good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Wednesday morning. A cold front. This is a backdoor cold front, and it's backdoor because it's coming in from the back door, coming in from a direction it doesn't usually come from, the northeast here. And it is blowing in this morning. It's bringing a little bit of light rain, maybe a few snowflakes mixed in. Might see a little skiff of snow, especially right in this area here. Best chance of maybe some minor snow accumulation. Clearing skies, and we'll see some sunshine here today, but it's not exactly going to be warm. Breezy winds. The strongest winds will be this morning. They should lighten up a little bit later today. That front will stall out west and then reverse course as a warm front tonight and into tomorrow morning. That will usher in a milder day tomorrow, but it's temporary. It's going to be windy and warmer tomorrow with partly to mostly sunny skies. Then another cold front right on its tail. That's going to bring in a return to colder air and a whole lot of wind as we head into your Friday. Plus, some of you may see some snow, especially up here to the north here. I am concerned about snow, not that it's going to be heavy, but with winds blowing the way they're going to be on Friday, blowing snow could cause some travel headaches here. I would really put a line in from around west of Valentine to Grand Island to Lincoln. North of that line, that's where the chance of snow will be on Friday. We already have a high wind watch in place for Friday for parts of central and western Nebraska where the highest wind gusts will be. Wind gusts in these areas exceeding 55 miles per hour. I could see some 60 mile per hour wind gusts, which on their own can cause some problems, can cause power outages and things like that. You combine that with a little snow up here to the north and northeast here, and it's still going to be kind of windy, pretty windy here as well, by the way. So really anywhere in here, a little blowing snow could be a bit of an issue. No major snow on the way. It's a minor snow event, as I'll show you in just a bit here. Forecast highs for today. Cool. We're not going to warm up much from where we're at right now. Colder the farther northeast you go. We've got a colder air mass backing in, but it will be a little bit better out west in the 40s. The cold front doesn't come through here, so it's going to be in the 50s in the panhandle. Tonight's lows down into the 20s, but again, where that front doesn't come through, some 30s in the panhandle. Teens in eastern Nebraska. The warm air shoves its way eastward tomorrow temporarily. We're back to the 50s, even some lower 60s in southwest Nebraska, staying in the 40s out east here. And then the next shot of colder air begins coming in from the north. 20s for lows Thursday night into Friday, and it's going to be a chilly, very windy day out there on Friday. So these highs in the upper 20s and 30s, it's going to feel a lot colder than that with the winds that we'll have to deal with on Friday. Friday night into Saturday, very cold, teens in single digits. And look at Saturday, it's going to be a windy day. Not as windy as Friday, but it's still going to be windy, and it is going to be a cold day for most of us. Highs in the teens and 20s, some 30s off to the west and southwest. That colder air settling in for a couple of days. It will warm up a little bit on Sunday, but we're going to be in the battle zone in the days ahead, and you're going to see a lot up and down in our forecast. So, small chance of some light rain still this morning in the Tri-Cities. Maybe a few snowflakes mixed in. No snow accumulation in the Tri-Cities. Windy and chilly today. Windy and warmer tomorrow. Very windy and colder on Friday. Light snow not out of the question, especially towards GI, but I don't think it'll be a big concern. But just because of the winds, I just wanted to mention it a little bit more, that there could be some blowing light snow. Might bring that visibility down a little bit. Saturday, even colder and windy. Sunday, milder and windy. Breezy and colder again on Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Tuesday, milder as we do warm up temporarily for the middle of the week. And then there are signs of our next shot of colder air starting next Friday. And as we go into next weekend, we will have to watch for the potential for maybe a snowstorm, maybe, to impact us. And it may get colder as well in that long range right in here. North Platte, small chance of light rain this morning. Mostly cloudy skies, low 40s, breezy. Warmer and windy tomorrow. Very windy and colder on Friday. Chillier yet on Saturday with a little bit of wind still around. Sunday, warmer and windy. Cooler and breezy on Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Milder, breezy conditions on Tuesday. It'll be a mild middle of the week next week. And then the end of the week, it gets a little chillier here. Like I said before, this could be just the beginning of colder air to come, say around the 23rd, 24th, 25th. And perhaps around that time frame, maybe some snow to talk about as well. Let's take a look at the long-range outlooks here. The Climate Prediction Center for the 21st through the 27th is predicting now that colder air is going to begin to dive southward, and I would agree with that here. It is looking like we're going to start to get in on a lot more colder days down the road. Moisture-wise, we may see some down the road too as well. I think especially by, say, around Saturday the 24th, Sunday the 25th, right in there. Now it looks like much heavier moisture to our east, better chances there of seeing above average precipitation. So here's our light rain and snow this morning. We've already talked about this. Let's look ahead to Friday with that cold, or that blustery wind, that very strong wind. Again, northern and eastern areas, the best chance of some blowing snow. It doesn't look like a lot of snow. Maybe still a little bit into Saturday morning there. And then another chance on Sunday, mainly for northeast Nebraska. Then we look down the road towards the end of next week. Friday into Saturday. Maybe a storm system developing. Maybe. That could mean some snow for our area. Let's take a look at the GFS real quick here. First off, let's jump ahead to Friday. Again, that minor snow, but the wind is going to be an issue out there. Then as we look down the road, we're looking towards the end of next week. Now, maybe some minor snow in the middle for next week, but I think that late next week is when we really start to focus on maybe a bigger chance of maybe some snow development as we move into next weekend down the road. So that's going to be very interesting. Otherwise, and I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to have to fly real quick through these, but you're going to see a lot of up and down. We're in that battle zone here. The cold air, the warm air, the cold air, the warm air, the cold air, but eventually, again, towards next weekend, we could be looking at possibly an Arctic blast on our doorstep for the end of January. That is potentially on its way here. Again, a lot of up and down in the days ahead, as you see from our GFS. But look what's coming as we get towards next weekend. Maybe some of that colder air beginning to sink southward and cover a little more of our area towards the end of January. So there is the potential that the end of January could be on the colder side and we finally get a little more of a taste of winter than what we've been seeing for the last several months. Well, with that, I got to get going. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I will see you all again on Thursday morning. Take care and God bless. Bye.